විශ්වය ජයගත් මිනිසා යූරි ගගාරි රුසියානු ජාතික යූරි ගගාරි 1961 වසරේදී මේ ලංකාවට පැමිණෙනවා. ඒ එතුමා විශ්ව ජය ගැනීම සමග එතුමාගේ තිබුණු ආශාව ඉෂ්ට සිද්ධ කර ගැනීම සඳහායි. අද වගේ දවසක තමයි එතුමා ලංකාවට පැමිණියේ. ඒ දවස සිහි කරනුවත් රුසියානු ජාතික මිත්‍රත්ව සංසදය සහ කොළඹ මහජන පුස්තකාල සංසදයේ එක්ව අද උත්සවයක් සංවිධානය කරනවා. ඒ උත්සවය මහජන පුස්තකාල පරිශ්‍රයේදී පැවැත්වෙනවා. මෙම උත්සවයේ විශේෂත්වය වන්නේ නගරාධිපති රෝසි සේනානායක මහත්මියගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් සහ රුසියානු ජාතිකයන්ගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් අද එතුමාගේ පිළිරුවක් නිරාවරණය කිරීම. අපි ඒ අවස්ථාව සමගයි මේ මොහොතේදී නිවුසයි කණ්ඩායම එක්වන්නේ.
Her Worship Mrs. Rosie Senanayaka, Mayor of Colombo, Mr. Valery Tokarev, President of the Friendship Society with Sri Lanka, the space pilot, and his spouse, Mr. Igor V. Karvaev, Deputy Head of Mission and Counselor of the Embassy of the Russian Federation, Dr. Saman Veerasinghe, Advisor to His Excellency President of Sri Lanka on International Affairs, Mrs. Varuni Gangabada Arachi, Chief Librarian of the Public Library of Sri Lanka, invitees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you all to the solemn unveiling of the bust of Yuri Gagarin, world's first cosmonaut. To remember Yuri Gagarin, hero of the Soviet Union, first man in space, and of course, a friend of Sri Lanka. After his historic space flight, Yuri Gagarin received many invitations from different countries of the world to visit their countries. He accepted all invitations and visited Sri Lanka on 7 December 1961 to honor the invitation extended to him by Prime Minister Sirimao Bandaranaike. More than 5,000 people gathered to see him, and Gagarin said in Sinhala, "Mama Lankavata Adare," translated into "I love Sri Lanka." And the people of Matale burst into a thundering applause and cheered him. Long live the friendship of Sri Lanka and the Soviet Union. As tribute to his friendship towards our country, a memorial bust of Yuri Gagarin, the first space cosmonaut, will be placed here at the Public Library of Sri Lanka. A special note of appreciation should be given to the International Charity Public Fund, Dialogue of Cultures, United World, for donating the bust for this occasion. Without taking up too much of your time, let me invite Mrs. Varuni Gangabada Arachi, Chief Librarian of the Public Library, to speak a few words.
Good morning. Her Worship Rosie Senanayaka, Mayor of Colombo, Mr. Tokarev Valery, President Russia Sri Lanka Friendship Society and former Mayor of the Star City of Russian Federation, and Mr. Igor Karvaev, Deputy Ambassador of the Embassy of Russian Federation in Sri Lanka and the Director of the Russian Center, and other distinguished guests. I am extremely happy to welcome all of you to this memorable occasion, unveiling of bust of Yuri Gagarin, who became the first human in space at the Public Library. Today's our chief guest, Her Worship Rosie Senanayaka, Mayor of Colombo, is with us in spite of her busy schedule. I extend a warm welcome to you, Madam. Our special guest of this event, Mr. Tokarev Valery, former Mayor of the Star City and the President of Russia Sri Lanka Friendship Society, is with us. He's a space pilot, a hero of Russia. Sir, we are extremely happy to have you here today. It is my privilege to welcome to this occasion, sir. Next, I warmly welcome Mr. Igor V. Karvaev, Deputy Ambassador of the Russian Federation of Sri Lanka, Director of the Russian Center in Colombo, and as well as other all distinguished guests to this occasion. We are honored to have the bust of Yuri Gagarin at our library. And he visited Sri Lanka after his historic space flight in 1961. And also I get this opportunity to express my gratitude to Russian Center in Colombo for donating Russian cultural books worth of rupees 50,000 to our library. I believe this will enrich our library collection, and this will help to exchange our cultural values. I hope this will be an initiative for the cooperation between Colombo Public Library and the Russian Center in future. I again warmly welcome all of you to this event, and thank you.
We have now arrived at the highlight of today's event. To unveil the bust of Yuri Gagarin, I would like to invite Her Worship Mrs. Rosi Senanayake, Mayor of Colombo, and Mr. Valeri Tokarev, President of the Friendship Society with Sri Lanka.
We can have one photograph with all the delegates. After that, let us please. Yeah.
එතකොට මේ තෝකාරගේ කතාවයි ඊගෝගේ කතාවයි. තෝකාරගේ In order to symbolize the book donation done by the Russian Center to the public library, I would like to invite Madam Anastasia Haklova, First Secretary of the Embassy of the Russian Federation and Director of the Russian Center in Colombo, to hand over the books symbolizing this occasion to Mrs. Varuni Gangabada Arachi, Chief Librarian of the Public Library of Colombo. I would I would like to invite Mr. Valeri Tokarev, President of the Friendship Society with Sri Lanka, to speak a few words.
Ну, хорошо. Добрый день, уважаемые дамы и господа. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Доброе утро, ladies and gentlemen.
Во-первых, позвольте от российской делегации поблагодарить за приглашение в город Коломбо уважаемую госпожу мэр и его превосходительство помощника президента господина Сама. Выразить глубочайшую признательность народу Шри-Ланка за гостеприимство, дружелюбие и выразить надежду наших дальнейших дружественных связей между Россией и Шри-Ланкой.
Very deepest happiness and thankfulness from his side, from the bottom of his heart, that he's been invited to become more friendly with this country and to be joined in a joint venture.
Корни таких дружественных взаимоотношений заложены глубоко в истории, начиная с визитов еще императора царя Николая Романова и далее первого космонавта планеты Юрия Алексеевича Гагарина, который в первый же год посетил Шри-Ланку.
It's a great thing that the first Tsar, who became the first Tsar when he was the prince in the Nikolai II, the second Nikolai of Russia, and from his moment till Yuri Gagarin's visit and his visit to Sri Lanka is a great moment that we commemorate.
Но в России мы все хорошо знаем легенду, что жизнь человечества началась именно в Шри-Ланке, поскольку Адам и Ева избрали этот благословенный остров первым местом в своей жизни на земле.
And he believes that it's a really blessed country, Sri Lanka, as Adam's Peak is in here in Sri Lanka, where it could be believed that Adam and Eva was from Sri Lanka.
Еще раз позвольте выразить слова благодарности от нашей делегации, от общества дружбы России и Шри-Ланка, и пожелать дальнейшего процветания Шри-Ланки.
And he is really
Спасибо.
thankful and wishes the well wishes to Sri Lanka and the delegations for future success.
Thank you very much.
I would like to invite Mr. Igor V. Karavayev, Deputy Head of Mission and Council of the Russian Embassy, to deliver the final speech.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends, Honorable Mayor. I would like to be short in words and precise in phrases, so let me to say just a few words about today's event. Today we witness event most significant for the Russian-Sri Lankan friendship, a solemn unveiling of the first cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin bust, donated by the international charity Public Fund Dialogue of Culture United World, graced by presence of Honorable Mayor of Colombo, Mrs. Rosie Sinanaiki of the Russia Sri Lanka Friendship Society delegation, Russian diplomats, academia, civil society and business community. I think it would be no exaggeration to say that almost everyone in the world knows the name of the first man in outer space, hero of the Soviet Union, Yuri Gagarin. Sri Lanka saw him coming on the island in December 1961 to honor the invitation extended to him by the Prime Minister Sirimava Bandaranaike. During the historical visit here, the first Soviet cosmonauts and world cosmonaut planted a tree in the Peradenia Botanic Garden near Kandy. Would appreciate our Sri Lankan friends for keeping good memory of Yuri Gagarin. Supporting the tradition of Russian cosmonauts visiting Sri Lanka, today another hero of the Russian Federation has come to the island, the space explorer Valery Tokarev, who made 2 space flights in 1999 and 2005-2006, and performed 2 spacewalks. Today, he participated in donating the bust of the first cosmonauts as a gift to the city of Colombo. He is also a president of the Friendship Society with Sri Lanka, what is symbolic. It is all the more symbolic. It is to be unveiled in the library, the temple of wisdom, learning and knowledge. All the mankind is going to outer space for. Here we got together to welcome and salute not only the bust, but also the universal values symbolized by it and common for all human beings on the planet: the friendship, mutual understanding, dedication to duty, and desire to make our world better. I'm confident that the bust's unveiling will serve to strengthen the friendship and cooperation between the peoples of Russia and Sri Lanka, and that the new generation of researchers and specialists from our nations will honorably carry out ethos of their predecessors. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Madam Anastasia Haklova and Mr. Chulananda Samaranayaka to offer this book to the Chief Librarian of the Public Library.
That is the book dedicated to Yuri Gagarin, Road to the Stars, and Mr. Chulananda has interpreted, translated it into Sinhala, and on his behalf, on our behalf, we are very much happy to add this book to the funds of the public library for people to avail those who read Sinhala to learn more about Yuri Gagarin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would now like to thank everyone who were present here at this memorable event, especially Her Worship Mrs. Rosie Senanayaka, Mayor of Colombo, the delegation from the Russia-Sri Lanka Friendship Society, Sri Lanka-Russia Friendship Society, Russian Center in Colombo, and the Chief Librarian of the Public Library, as well as the staff of the Public Library, and the media, and all invitees and everyone present here. So thank you so much for being present here today, and I would like to invite you all for refreshments right down there. Thank you.
Thank you.